we can play the video at the end.
Sure, for sure. So my name is Color. I'm Associate Director for International Admissions Office over here. So I oversee undergrad processing and the recruitment as well. And we're here hosting, this is a series called a High School Counselor Learning Series. So we're actually trying to give information about our programs and other professional development opportunities throughout the semester. So we normally do once a month. And the next one coming up is going to be talking about recognized bios. That is actually offered from our diversity inclusion division. We realize that a lot of international counselors don't always have those resources by handy, so we're trying to providing those because we're a university. What do we have? We have knowledge over here, right? So today we are very honored to invite our Professor Kim Han from the fashion school over here. She has been working with the Kent State Fashion School for a really long time, and she will be here talking about the fashion program in U.S. And the private schools versus public research university. And she will also give me like overview about the Kent State fashion program as example to say what is the course like and what is the important aspects for the fashion students. So without further ado, I'm gonna turn the mic to Kim so she can go ahead to present. I'm gonna make her host so she's able to start and share her screens.
Hello, everybody. I'm gonna try to share. Can everybody see the screen? Okay, hello, my name is Dr. Kim Han. I'm a professor and study away coordinator for the School of Fashion at Kent State University. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna share a little bit about our school and our degree program and why study fashion abroad, especially for your students in the future. So why fashion studying, especially in US? Fashion is, as you know, it's a global industry. Understanding what this means is a practice key to fashion education at Kent State and anywhere in the school in the United States. It is our goal to develop resilient, globally minded fashion professionals at Kent State School of Fashion so they can work across cultures and bring creative problem-solving skills to very fast-changing global fashion industry. So we have study away program. It is a requirement for our students to study away before they graduate. So that is very important component of our curriculum. And through that study away program, our students have a chance to get mentorship from industry professionals, hands-on internships, and visit to international trade shows, design studios, production facilities, and very well-known museums around the world in Europe, Asia, and North America. So why study fashion? It is, it brings creativity each students. Career in the world of fashion can provide students with very many opportunities, ranging from fashion designer to a buyer for a large department store. Working with the fashion allows students to release their creativity and passion. I know you've probably heard a lot of this passion for fashion phrase in variety outlets. We saw students even get employed by Home Depot, which is not really dealing with the fashion products, but a lot of our students, because the product development, the supply chain is very similar in soft goods. So our students can be employed from anywhere if there's a retail stores. So whether they're designing dresses or editing a fashion, the piece in the magazine for the next season's latest trends, career in fashion can be very exciting and glamorous career for our students. So critical skill is very important for our students when they're working in the fashion industry. They can get limited sources of inspiration from historic, artistic, and industry sites. That is why it's so important for our students to study away, not just in the United States, but getting those experience and skills all over the world. And also observing street style retail venues around the world to give them clues to future trends and new markets. And also study away in fashion. Experience in fashion gives students the opportunity to reflect, question their own behaviors, values through exposure to others whose core value and beliefs may not be same as their own. This creates an opportunity for students to strengthen a clear sense of self and develop empathy for others. In overcoming these challenges and unfamiliar environments, students mature, develop self-resilience, independence, and confidence in their abilities and decision making when they're working in the career industry, in the fashion industry. To be successful in today's fashion industry, it is essential to be an effective player and a diverse team. So it is critical to interact with people of cultures other than their own, and to embrace diversity, equity, and inclusion is our core value as well. So study away experience in fashion helps students learn to respect everyone's differences and challenge preconceived notion of how others live and work. By navigating cultural diversities and being exposed to new perspectives through study away, fashion students benefit from valuable opportunities to build confidence, motivation, and resourcefulness. Cross-cultural competence gained through study away experience will help students broaden their perspectives, increase their flexibility and creativity in problem solving, all critical traits for career development in the fashion industry. So we value collaboration, diversity in people at our School of Fashion at Kent State. So through these experience, students apply lessons learned in the classroom to real-world settings, adapting to diverse situations. They gain a greater understanding of themselves and world. And our vision at School of Fashion is empower ecosystem of socially responsible and inventive fashion thinkers by enhancing creativity, increasing self-awareness, and then reducing intergroup bias to promote the career success for our fashion students. So we are based in U.S., Ohio, Kent, and we are public research university. So our undergraduate fashion students programs are very large. They have a chance to work with other students because it's a large liberal arts science compared to university. So our fashion school has a unique textile lab which housed in our own building, equipped with the digital design, production technology. And then we also have a fashion museum housed next to our own building. And we have fashion library within our building as well. So our students participate in a study abroad semester, take place in New York. We have our own campus in New York and Florence, and we have a partnership program with the Paris, London, and Hong Kong universities in those locations. And our fashion students may choose to complete their degree either Bachelor of Arts, Fashion Design students, or Bachelor of Fine Arts, and our merchandise student can get Bachelor of Science degree. So being a public research university, our students have an interdisciplinary research and learning experience by minoring in art, marketing, or interacting with other students majoring in different discipline and also various events on campus, research project, they have a chance to interact with the students from other majors. But a lot of other private design schools are located in fashion capital, New York or LA, but there's a limitation of how much interaction they can have from other majors to have a full American university experience. So that is a huge benefit our school at Kent. So just the profile of our student body at Kent State, we have approximately about 1,500 students. Large number of our students major in fashion merchandising, and then about 500 students major in fashion design. We have 100 students who does pre-fashion, who are kind of conditionally admitted to the program. And one semester, if they reach GPA requirement, they can be admitted to as a major. We have a huge number of students coming from out of state, out of Ohio, and we have underrepresented students, and then we have about 5% international students coming about 20 different countries. A large number of students are housed also in honors college, and we have about 50 faculty members across Kent, New York, Florence, and those are three main campuses. We have full-time and part-time instructors. And we have currently started our graduate program about a couple of years ago. So we have graduate students who are also involved in teaching. And we have 4 academic advisors. So this is kind of snapshot of what our BA, Bachelor of Arts Fashion Design students, their 4-year curriculum look like. On the screen is a snapshot of a curriculum guide for the major. In the left-hand column, you'll find the list of all the fashion courses required for each degree. In the middle, you'll find the list of all the required Kent core and additional major requirements. At Kent State, the general elective or liberal education requirement courses like math, English, humanities, social sciences are called Kent core. All the students who are majoring undergraduate degree need to complete. On the back side of the guide, I guess you don't have paper, but usually have a 4-year plan example of how the students' degree requirements will be completed. So fashion design students start from the first semester. They learn how to sew, draw, and then construct garment. So design, as I said earlier, there's a BA degree and BFA degrees. Typically, design students are completing 6 to 9 hours of studio coursework each semester. With the workload demand of studios is kind of time consuming for students throughout the 4-year. Freshman and sophomore studio courses are split into drawing, construction, technology, studio. And beginning junior year, students complete 6-hour studio courses, which bring all the elements of design together and allow students have more creative freedom with their assignments. And then in the senior year, they have more freedom. Sometimes they create their own collection and complete their portfolio. This is a snapshot of BFA degree, very similar. Only difference is at the senior year. So during junior level studio courses, they decide whether they wish to finish the BA degree or if they wish to switch to a BFA degree. All degree requirements remain the same between BA and BFA, all the way from freshman to junior. Only difference is senior year. When choosing between the degrees, students are always encouraged to consider their design interests and how they want to focus their degree. BFA purposes is to engage students in a focused thesis project resulting in a collection development, and students are required to publicly present their collection, usually through our annual fashion show, and it's a juried review by industry professionals, and they have to complete the written thesis document to support their work. And BA is to allow students to complete a lot of FDM electives because they have a lot more room to take other courses. Sometimes our students take textile arts from art department, or they do wearable technology application. They do more elective courses in our School of Fashion, or knitwear design, surface design, or some students do entrepreneurship or sustainability or accessory design. So they have more room in their curriculum to take other courses. And both degrees hold the same leverage in the industry, and when they apply, they usually get entry-level design positions after graduation. This is our snapshot of our Bachelor of Science who are majoring in merchandising. Almost all areas in the industry are covered by this degree, from design, product development, marketing and promotion, buying, forecasting, media, and public relations. Courses in the major are business-based. Students do complete 3 studio courses to understand elements of design, production process in their freshman course, fashion visuals, introduction to fashion technology, and fashion fabrics. Outside of these courses, students are in a lot of courses are lecture-based. And to help students focus their degree, all fashion merchandising majors are required to declare and complete a minor. It is a requirement for merchandising students to have a minor, and they can choose any minor available at Kent State. Students are encouraged to consider their area of interest when they choose a minor. So a lot of our students do marketing or PR or communication. Even some of them do textile art. So whatever their interest, they can minor with this Bachelor of Art, Science degree. Along with the study away, internship is also a requirement for our students. They need to complete at least one internship during their 4 year at Kent State. While only one internship is required, a lot of our students have multiple internships, and it is encouraged to gain experience. The fashion industry is very applied, practical experience industry. That's why we encourage our students to have multiple internship experience if they can. So to support that, we have 2 staff members who support our internship program. We have internship director, industry liaison, who's on the top, Hilary Stone. And then we have an industry manager, who's Millie Ott below. So we have very strong supportive alumni network. As you see, we have about 1,500 students, and then we have about 100 or 200 students graduating every semester. So, imagine how many alumni network we can have. So students have access to a supportive faculty within many industry connections. So they can work with the Hilary Stone, Millie Ott to build their resume and connect to the industry. Company also, now COVID, that has not happened last year, but hopefully we can resume. A lot of companies do come to our school to recruit internship opportunities or careers applicants. So frequently visiting companies are Target, American Eagle, Kohl's, and Express, just name a few. And students complete a wide range of internship from corporate settings like Kohl's and Target to smaller boutiques in companies like Fount, which is a leather apparel company in Cleveland. And some of the fabric, we also have a Joann headquarters very close to us. It's only 20 minutes from where we are at Kent. So we do not place students in any internship, but we help students get prepared with their skills and resources to research, interview, and secure their internship. So we help them and support and eventually help their career after graduation as well. So study away is also required for our students along with the internship. So they have to have at least one study away during their 4 year at Kent State. Students typically participate in study away or study abroad experience during their junior year in the program. This will be the course listed on the curriculum guide, studying the 30,000 level courses. It is encouraged, exception of summer, a lot of our study away courses are junior level courses. They are offered for the semesters long programs. Kent State's fashion courses or equivalent courses to fashion courses are offered throughout the summer, fall, and spring for study away for them to remain on track for graduation. But to participate in study away, students need to have at least 2.5 overall GPA and have successfully completed their sophomore level courses by the time they study away for the full semester. So here's the world map where our study away locations are located. We have you can see we have a small LA study tour. That's why there's a West Coast mark here. And then this is where we are in Kent. We have Florence program. We have London, Paris. We have a Hong Kong program. And we have a South Korea summer program. So each fall semester, the School of Fashion hosts a study away day in September, introducing all different programs that we have. We encourage parents to come to that sections, and then we have sometimes previous students who study away before come as a panel and answer questions from students and parents. We have all the partnership. We were very fortunate last year. We were able to hold this event virtually. So we were able to have our partnership schools come participating all over the place, introducing their program to our students. So full semester experience, our students can go to New York City, Florence, Regent's University in London. And we have 2 exchange programs, one in Germany and the other one in Hong Kong. And that's only spring semester program. So for New York City, program is a station of a School of Fashion, so located in the heart of Garment District. Students complete Kent State courses and taught by New York-based faculty who often work as a part-time faculty, but sometimes they also currently working in the industry as well. Most courses are scheduled in the morning, evening, giving students a flexibility. So a lot of our fashion design students participate in internship while they were in New York studying. And also they volunteer like a fashion week. It held in New York every semester. So February and I think in September, our students get to volunteer during the fashion week and get to work in the backstage. Florence is a Kent State University program. We also have Kent State has a campus in Florence. So our students have a chance to study abroad semester. And also we offer junior level courses for both design and merchandising students. And courses are taught by Florence-based faculty, also just like New York, who work in Florence in the fashion industry, and so they are part-time instructor, or they often teach in other institutions in Florence as well. So for our students who are going to study in Florence, we offer orientation course. It's a 1-credit course they have to take 1 semester before they study in Florence. And we have a partnership with the Regent's University in London, so our students can study there full semester or summer. Main campus is based in the Regent's Park, right in the center of London. And within the city, students can have access to world-class museums, like British Museum, Design Museum, Victoria Albert Museum, and then more than 800 art galleries they have access to while they're studying in London. And I said Leuven University in Germany is an exchange program, one of the leading schools in textile technology and textile management. And then Hong Kong Polytechnic University is also very strong in their product development, manufacturing, and technology. And our students have a chance to study away there as an exchange student. These are summer semester experience study away programs we have at Kent State, New York, Florence, Regent's University. Those are also offered in semester. And Paris American Academy, Dankook University, LA Study Tour, those are only offered in the summer. So we have partnership. Our students have a chance to take 2 courses in Paris American Academy. Design students complete couture focused design courses, and fashion merchandising majors complete marketing courses studying luxury brand when they studying in Paris. And they also get to have experience working backstage during the Paris Fashion Week as well. And Dankook University is in South Korea, capital and one of the world's most modern and technology advanced cities. Students also complete 2 FDM elective courses while they're studying in Korea, and they get to be part of the cultural activities, calligraphy, Korean traditional music, traditional dance, taekwondo, and nonverbal musical things, a lot of other activities they can have experience. So study tours are a great option for students who may be looking for a shorter, more affordable experience. We are currently offering LA study tour course for our students. Spend 1 week in the classroom in Kent, learning about the fashion industry happening in LA, and then they get to go to LA for a week and staying in hotel, visiting all the galleries and museum or manufacturing facilities housed in LA. Like I said, in Kent, students have access to our own Kent State University Museum, Fashion Library, and then Textile Lab. Our museum contains more than 40,000 pieces. It is really well-known, nationally well-known museum. And we have about 8 galleries, exhibitions throughout changing throughout the year. Museum provides our students with the first-hand experience of historic and contemporary artifacts representing many of the world cultures. Fashion Library houses a range of resources, collections, anything related to fashion is housed in the Fashion Library, part of the Kent State Library system, and it's a great resource for our students. textile lab, as I mentioned earlier, is a multimedia lab focused on textile technology. It functions as a teaching, learning, research, and commercial environment. Our equipment allows faculty and students to digitally print, laser cut, embroider custom design fabrics, and allows consumers, also other public consumers, have ability to design, print their own one-of-a-kind textiles. They can upload their design and photo and then manipulate and then printed fabric in our lab. So our lab currently consists of a digital fabric printer, 60-inch wide laser cutter, etcher, and 2 vertical fabric streamers, and 2 industrial embroidery machines. I believe we also have a small 3D printer as well. When our students studying in Kent School of Fashion, we really encourage them to be part of our student organizations, which offer benefits students can take outside of the classroom and then interact with their peers. They can establish a network of contacts in students on their own field or other students in other majors, improve their communication, leadership, and teamwork and self-management skills through this organization. These are all different organizations currently housed in our School of Fashion. And these are great ways to become involved outside the classroom and get to know their fellow peers. So as a Kent State students can join any student organizations, not just listed in here. There's about 400 student organizations at Kent State. So stay connected with us. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, and just sign up. Instagram, we post something every day almost. Right now, we are trying to promote our annual fashion show that's going to happen April 30th. So stay tuned. And also internship spotlight for highlight students who are currently doing internship are highlighted in our social media. So this is the end of the presentation. Thank you so much. I will also put our email addresses, our main school, fashion school at kent.edu, my email address in there. I also put Color's email address. If anybody have any questions or connect with us, just email us.
Thank you, Kim, for the beautiful session. She is very engaged with student organization, and she has been actually working a lot with our annual fashion show, which is fully organized by students and presented by students. Even the models who are on the fashion show most time is also recruited from the student population. And then they are even hosting alumni dinner after the fashion show every year. I don't think we did last year because of COVID, but normally there is alumni dinner. It's they have a PR package. It was like a whole thing, and the students who have who winning the fashion show also get a chance to sometime presenting at the New York Fashion Week, and also they will get a scholarship as well. So it's very neat. That's one thing I actually was going to start with today with fashion shows clip, but I can always send that in the email later to everyone who participated, so you can actually watch the fashion show a little bit just to see the talented students and their beautiful product. And we did have a couple questions in the chat, and then I would like to bring those questions up here, so maybe Kim can help answer some. I think I know some answers as well too. The first one is from
Maybe I'll stop share.
another Kim we have here is, do you pay constitution for study away programs?
That's a very good question. Not all for the campus that we have, yes. The exception is London Regent's University program. We pay their tuition, but I think that's the only one. All the rest of the program, yes, our students pay the Kent State tuition, which is great perk.
Especially I think New York and Florence are Kent State centers, Kent State study away locations. So they do need the faculties over there, all Kent State faculty. We have another question.
And sometimes, yeah, housing is cheaper in Florence than Kent.
Yeah, housing is cheaper, than the insurance is cheaper, and food is cheaper too. and you get like, you know, a lot of really nice pastas. Andrew is asking question, where are international students from? They're really from everywhere. We have students, about 1,500 students from, I mean, for Kent State, we have 1,500 students from about 100 different countries. Sometimes 99, sometimes 102. It really depends on the year, but it's about 100 different countries every year. For fashion school, I think the majority of our students are coming from, we have a lot of China, student from China. We have students from South Korean. We have students from countries in the Southeast Asian. I think I know we have students from Thailand before. We have students from Malaysia. Maybe you can add a couple like.
Yeah, we have students from India. We have quite a number from students from Brazil. I think Kent State have a partnership with Brazil as well. And then we have a couple of our graduate students were from Africa, Ghana too.
Yeah, Andrew also have another question. Says it is an amazing school and program. How do I convince students to study fashion in Ohio and get them away from New York, LA, etc.?
You know, I mean, it is based in Ohio, but like I said, they have chance to, you know, interact with the students from other majors. It is very safe. They can walk downtown Kent, you know, from the where dormitory. It's really accessible. Like I said, we have a Joanne Fabric headquarter. You know, what can you ask for more as a fashion student having the, you know, Joanne Fabric, right? You know, 20 minutes from here, and they get to study. A lot of our students actually study more than one location, so we don't see them for a whole year. They starting from summer, they go to Paris in summer, they go to Florence in fall, and then they go to New York in the spring. So they maybe get to spend in Kent just 3 years.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So here's what I would tell my students if they having that question. Here's a few reasons that I think very important. First of all is when you're starting your first year and two, it's very important to build your foundation of your fashion skills. So it is now to always starting with I'm gonna be, you know, out there on the market right away. So the first 2 years is really good to building your skills, learning all the important knowledge and technique in a beautiful, safe town in Kent, Ohio, and with a very reasonable cost. Because the fashion school at Kent State is ranked top 5 in the nation, top 20 worldwide. We're having a really good reputation in the worldwide. So it's not just you know, like people, you go there to tell people I went to Kent State Fashion School, they wouldn't know about it. They were actually already probably aware of this program and aware of this school already. And then towards the junior year, senior year, the way the program design is not really just studying at Kent State campus. It really allows you to go anywhere you want with the study away like program that it offers. So students can really finish the program attending multiple different study away locations with a still reasonable cost compared with, you know, like just studying from a small town in the Ohio. So for students, I think that's still a very good advantage. And also among all the top fashion schools, Kent State is the one that is most affordable because we're a public research university. We are not really supposed to charging high for students compared with some other really good reputable fashion school, but you still get this really good high quality education. You get a reputation, you get the alumni network, and you also get the skill set, and then you get that full support service for students as well, especially for international students. And
Yeah, so there's a scholarship question. We do have huge number of school fashion scholarship, and that's available every year for our students. I think between 50 and 70, and as small as $500 to $3,000 per student. So we really encourage, and a lot of scholarship are associated with internship, or if they do study away, we try to give them scholarship. So it is available, and you can go to our website to find out more information. So yeah, we encourage our students to do that. So especially for those students who are going to study in Paris and Hong Kong, they, I think, get up to $3,000 if they're selected. Yeah, we do have a summer, we used to have a summer American and the Academy For our high school students, it was suspended last year because of COVID. We are hoping to resume that. I don't know if this summer, but hopefully soon.
Yeah, maybe. Are we doing? Did you say are we doing anything this summer or no? On campus. Okay. Are we doing this? I missed that part. Are we doing the high school summer program on campus this year or not really?
I'm not sure if we are doing it this year. We weren't able to do it last year, but usually if we do, it's going to be in June. So I'm not sure if we can continue it this year.
Okay. We normally have like a really cool high school program for students who are coming on campus too.
Yeah, that has been really popular program. It's a 1 week program where students staying in dorm and they get to do a little hands-on, like a freshman courses that we offer. They get to do those.
It's also highly demand because obviously every time you post the registration link, you gotta sign up for within like 24 hours.
Yeah, actually, you post it in the morning and by noon it's full.
It's kind of crazy. You guys need to expand that program.
Yeah, I really wanted to color do that internationally, having international students be part of it.
Yeah, I would like that happening too.
Mhm.
We're also like in the discussion with another really good university in China. So hopefully that will be another study abroad application for our students in general. And then I think that sums our session today. I just want to give a little bit of broadcasting about the upcoming sessions. So this one is a little bit more tailored to just be more specific about fashion school. The next one we are having is recognizing bios. That is provided by our the Center of Diversity and Inclusion to talk about this is actually a question that brought up by one of the high school counselor during the session about they would like to get a little bit more resource about how to support student diversity because a lot of schools nowadays, their students are coming from more diverse background and they're working with more diverse family as well. So we feel like this could be beneficial since it was requested. And then another session we're also coming up in May is networking session. So we're talking about how to why networking is important for international students, what kind of resource they can get to support them to like going to do networking on their own. So we feel like that could be beneficial for not just the student but for high school counselor as well. So those are the sessions coming up, and we will probably. I would like to actually have a full schedule just send out to everyone, but right now we normally just send a few weeks before the event starting so people can go ahead register on the Zoom so that it's not like overwhelming with too many clickings and links as well. And just one last check is if there's no more questions, we're gonna end the session today. Thank you everybody for participating, and Kim, I know you still have something to attend to, so glad you stick around a little bit. And Nanju, I for sure wish everything's going well with your school, especially anyone who's still under the quarantine right now. So, hopefully everything gonna getting better. Just stay safe, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, caller. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Great presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Let me try again. Tibel.
Close Timberley.
I'm gonna stop humiliating myself. I hope you enjoy today. And same with Fiora too.
Thank you so much.
And Donna, I know you're looking forward to the session today, so I hope you learned something. And feel free to reach out to us if you have questions. Okay?
Yes, thank you. This was very informational.
Okay, I'm glad you liked it. Bye.
Bye.